Hey guys and girls, how's it going? And welcome back to another episode of Agrarian Skies with myself, Lewis. Hope you're brilliant, having yourself that great day as always. We are back in my little sky island. Yes, it's very nice. I have been just handing in quests and doing a few bits and bobs. I haven't really been building anything. I've just been more trying to catch up and get things done. If we have a look in my quest book, you shall see that I've handed in things like digital storage. There was mass storage. There was a few things in steel-powered flight that just needed finishing up, like the up and away, the heavy armor, the cool things like that. You know, most of this is pretty much done. So, yeah. And if we go to the home, let's quickly run to the house. So we are. And have a little look you see in here. I've got myself another chest. We've got some bags that need opening, but we'll do those later. So these are the ones that need doing, which is kind of cool. So let us go and first grab ourselves a piece of paper, because I want to quickly make myself another one of these awesome little pages so that I can make another unbound warping thing for downstairs, because I have to keep going down there all the time and I keep forgetting to make a page for it, and today we're making that page. So here we go, let's click and we'll call this one a cool beans, and let's pop that in my book. I wonder if I can just put it in like this. Nope. We've got to take it out. Alright, there we go. Bam. And we'll pop it back in here. Awesome. So now we should have good stuff. Alright, so in the last episode we made ourselves this Tinker's Steelworks high oven furnace, and I've made myself a load of steel because we're going to start playing today with some big reactors. Now the first one I'm going to make is probably going to be the smaller one, because I don't want to go wasting anything, and everything costs a lot of steel. All the parts pretty much cost a lot of steel, so depending on the amount of energy we make depends on the size of the one that I'm going to go with. But the good thing is, if you make one, you can just break it apart and make it bigger. So we'll start small and then we'll go up from there to try and figure out what we need. So if we have a gander in here, I should have a fairly decent amount of steel. Yeah, we've got a good amount. And how much graphite have I got? 64 graphite. I'm probably going to need some more graphite. Let's have a look. Here we go. Graphite. Good stuff. And I made a load of yellorium. 144 yellorium. Alright, so I think we've got most of the bits we need. So let's have a look at big reactors. Cool beans. Now we're going to need loads and loads of these reactor casings. Like, quite a few. So let's just grab 20 to start with. And the first bit we're going to need before we can do anything is the reactor controller. So this is the big one, the big piece that we're going to need. So that's going to be that one. Cool beans. We're going to need a reactor power tap. So we're definitely going to need one of those. We're going to need some reactor access ports. Now we're actually probably going to need 2 of these. So let's grab a couple of those pistons. And some chests. We need some chests. Cool. Let's just chuck those in there. And that should give us enough to make some of those taps. And I think that's probably going to be it. Oh, we need a reactor control rod. That's another one we need. So let's grab one of those. And to finish it up, we're going to need ourselves some yellorium fuel rods. So let's grab a yellorium fuel rod. So we're going to make the smallest one, and then we'll go from there to see what we need to make from then onwards. So if we have a look in here, I should have the rest of my turbine things, unless I just managed to use all of them up. I think we actually made the exact amount to use up all of... Wow, that's insane. Alright, so yeah, we used up the exact amount of reactor casings. Good stuff. Alright, we'll grab a load of those. So 24 of those guys. You know what, we might even make some more of those. Let's go with 40. Yeah, that's loads. So the first one you can make is a little 3x3. So we'll do this. There we go. Ba-bam, ba-bam. And then in the middle we'll put our yellorium fuel rod. Like that. And on top we'll do that. And this one, oh, that reminds me, this one needs to be the reactor control rod. So wherever you have a yellorium fuel rod, you need to make sure you've got a reactor control rod on top of that. And let's do this. Cool. And we're going to want our other part. So we're going to want our reactor controller. So let's pop that guy there. We're going to reactor, our reactor power tap. We'll pop it there. And we'll have these guys on the side. So these are your inputs and outputs if you want to automate it. Alright, so Let's finish this guy up. Ba-bam, ba-bam. And hopefully... Oh! Only casing may be used as part of a reactor's frame. We might need some glass. That might very well be a thing. Alright. Do I need to put it on the bottom? I don't think I need to put it on the bottom. Alright. Let's go get ourselves a piece of glass. And we'll see if that sorts it out. So, big reactors. We need some reactor glass. Which is this guy. Oh, come on. Work. There we are. Ba-bam, ba-bam. Reactor glass. You know, we'll make some more of those, actually, because I'm going to need a few of those later on. Cool. And we'll pop some reactor glass. Like, there. Alright. And can we still not get into it? Meh. Do we need anything else? I don't think we really need anything else. Nope. Nope. We've got reactor controllers. Got that stuff. What are we missing? Why do you not want to work? Ah, I know why. Because this is going to have to be on the back. Yes. And this guy is going to go there. There we go. Alright. So obviously the frame can only be made with the reactor casing. Cool beans. So, we've got our little reactor. It's a little baby reactor. You know, it kind of does the trick. And we can go and throw our stuff in there. So, let's see how much power this guy's going to make. So, we're going to want our yellorium. So, let's grab a load of yellorium. We'll grab a whole stack of yellorium, because we can. And we're going to want to fill it up from the top. So, actually, we might as well fill it up from here. So, we want this as an input. So this is currently set as inlet mode. And then on this side, you're going to want to put this as the eject mode, so it will change colour. And now we can go and feed the yellorium into it. So that's going to go in there. You're going to see it's going to go into here. And it's going to start filling up. So let's fill it up as far as we can go. There we go. So it's all good to go. And we can click Activate Reactor. There we are. And it's going to take a minute or two to get itself up and running, up to full speed. But we're looking like we're doing about 265 RF per tick, which is a fairly decent amount. It's not a huge amount, but it's, I don't know, 260. I might want to go bigger. 260. Plus, we're going to be running the Quarry off of it. Yeah, we're probably going to want to go bigger than this. 264 RF is not going to be enough, I don't think. Alrighty, so I'm going to take this guy apart and we're going to make it one step bigger and see how much we get from that. Alright, so I'm almost there. I'm going to go with a 5x5 this time. It looks a bit more fancy, doesn't it? And hopefully it's going to put out a load more power. If any of you have been watching my Tech It Done in 60 Days, you'll see that I've made one much bigger than this. And my next thing after recording this episode is going back onto that server to make an even larger one. But for now, let's do this 5x5. Now, I need some more graphite, and I think I cooked some more up. I did, good. Let's go back downstairs. I need to quickly make myself some more of these yellorium fuel rods, because we're going to need those. Actually, am I going to need those? 1, 2... No, I don't think I am. No, we're not. Good. We're sorted. We are sorted. All right, so let's take our yellorium fuel rods, and we're going to pop them in the middle. There we are. And one of them already had yellorium in it, which is kind of funky. And the next one is going to be... do we need... Actually, no. We do need another one. Let's go grab another one quickly. So let's get another yellorium fuel rod, because we're going to need that. So let's pop that stuff like that. Bam. There we go. One more yellorium fuel rod. And we'll pop this guy up here. Cool. And then remember our reactor control rod. And our reactor casings. We'll just use casings on the top. Why not? Cool beans. Alrighty. So, we should be fairly set. What is wrong with this guy? Torch is not that down. Oh, yeah. Probably should remove the torch. That's a thing. Alright. Here we go. Cool beans. I love how it actually even says that. Good stuff. Alright, so we have our reactor. It's up and running. He's looking good. And is it still turned on? Oh no, there we go. Cool beans. Alright, so let's throw our Yellorium back in there. It's obviously going to use up more Yellorium to fill itself up. And we'll have this as output again. But let's look at how much we're making now. So we're currently making about, and it's still going up. So we're looking 560, 561. So I'm probably going about 565. The core temperature is 2065 with a 0.084 millibuckets worth of consumption and whatnot. So that's not too bad, but we can go better. So I don't want to go bigger because I don't really need much more power than 560 such RF per tick, but let's try and make it slightly more efficient, I think. So what we're going to do is let's take this out for the time being and we'll turn the reactor off. So let's deactivate reactor, and we're going to use a load of enderium. It's going to be this stuff here, this resonant stuff, because this is really good. So with all of these you can use coolants, and there are different types of coolants that you can use. You can even use block coolants if you choose to do so. And the best one that I found that isn't redonkulously expensive is the enderium. That seems to be a good one to be able to do the trick. Now you can use things like gelid cryophium, which is probably one of the better ones I found, but you need to get blizzards and whatnot for that. We can make gelid cryophium with the snowballs and whatnot, but I think this stuff's going to probably do the trick, and it's going to work kind of nice. So let's see if I've got me a bucket. There we go. So let's grab a couple of buckets of resonant ender, and what this is going to do is it's going to cool our reactor, because believe it or not, there is actually a type of radiation that's given off by this guy. You can't see it, it's not actually a thing that you can see, but it is there. And with this radiation, what it does is it basically sends out cells, like atoms type things, and dependent on let's put this guy there, and we'll put this one there. Cool, I just need a couple more. Yeah, dependent on the fluid that you put in there, or the blocks that you put in there, very much depends on the amount of waste that you get, wasted power, because obviously it dissipates and whatnot, and you don't want your power dissipating, you want as much of it used as possible. So, oh Jesus! So let's put this one there, and this one there. Alright, we're almost there. What do we need? We need 3 more, I believe, or 2 or 3 more. And then we should be set. So this is actually going to make a fairly big difference, I think. Here we go. So there's another 2. So let's go and pop this in here. So let's put this one there. And let's put this one there. Oh. We got one on that side. We have. We just need one in the middle. Alright, let's go grab another one, and we'll pop that in the middle, and then we'll see how much power we're going to make from that, and it should be quite a big difference. So let's put that there. There we go. We're looking good. Alright, so let's throw down our casings. Cool. And now we'll give it a whirl and see how it does. So let's put our Yellorium back in there and get this guy turned on. And there we go. You can see that we're shooting straight up. What was we at before? Like 500, 600? We're already at 1,400 RF per tick and rising. And you can see the core temperature is massively reduced. Almost, it's like half reduced, over half reduced, which is insane. So just by adding that liquid ender, we've increased our fuel efficiency, and we've increased our power by almost double, tripled almost. I think we've tripled it. That's insane. So there we go. That's going to be more than enough for me, I think. More than enough power. You can go really as big as you like with these guys, and there are different types of reactors. So eventually we'll have to make the bigger reactor, and we'll make the different types. So there's what's called is a passive and an actively cooled reactor, and this is a passively cooled reactor because we're passively cooling ourselves with the liquid inside. A actively cooled uses a turbine and produces steam instead of raw power, so that's a thing. Now what you are going to find is you are going to get a byproduct. So with any reaction there's always a byproduct generally, and that's going to be coming out here, and that stuff is this. Well, it's not plutonium, it's a cyanide, but we can transfer the cyanide into plutonium, which is what we're going to need to make the other parts for the turbine. So if we grab this resonant strong box, let's grab this guy. Here we go. Where's my Invar battle wrench? Yes, let's grab this guy and we'll pop it over here because we're going to want to grab as much of this as we can. So I'm going to pop it there. And let's see if it actually outputs it. So eject waste. I don't know if it's going to inject it directly into the strong box. It might need a cable. Well, you know, we'll find out. I've always used a cable, but I'd like to know if it goes straight into the box. Alright, so there we go. And you can see that we have a 2.6% deplete. If I get rid of this, it might be a bit easier. So fuel rods 1, max capacity is 12 buckets worth. Fuel is currently sat at 11 buckets worth, or 11.5, 11.6. Waste is 320 millibuckets, and the total is 12,000 millibuckets. So that is pretty much that. Now, it has got a giant internal buffer that you can see here, which is just about to hit the 50% full mark. And once that is full, then you obviously want to turn it off. But if you're not using your power, then make sure you've got these guys turned off. And with the larger ones, you have to be a bit careful about the output of the RF per tick. Because remember that the redstone cables can only handle a 10,000 through input. But there we go. So that's 1,042 RF per tick going into our system from there, which is pretty funky, I must admit. And I'm trying to decide whether I actually want this to come directly out. We're probably going to throw this straight into a tesseract and have that as an energy output. I think that's probably going to be a better way of doing it. So if I grab myself a tesseract, there we are, and we pop this guy on here. There we go. And let's put this one as energy. Cool. And we'll change this one around as well. So this is energy send mode. There we go. So this is going to be sending energy into our system now, which is kind of cool. So we should see a massive boost of energy that's going around our system, which is good because I was starting to have some energy issues. As far as this guy goes, it was starting to kind of, give out a little bit, where now we're doing perfectly fine. We should have a buttload of power going into our system, which is great. And this is going to be really handy because now we can set up our ender quarry, which is going to be beautiful. So we can get all of the bits and bobs that we need. So let's have a look in our bookbinder, because I'm pretty sure we've just finished off a quest as well. So steel powered flight. Let's have a look. Here we go. Reactor warm up. Claim reward. I'm going to take some cyanite, I think. It's 29 hearts. Lovely jubbly. So cyanite is the byproduct. Is what you get out of these guys. So let's just pop that in there. And see, I don't think that's gonna work. It might do. We'll see. We'll leave it. If it doesn't, then I'll just throw a cable down. But there we go. So I got an epic reward bag. Lovely jubbly. Oh yeah. And my flux and fuse shovel. Okay. Should we go and open up these reward bags? I think that's going to be a thing. This is probably why you're here, just to see the reward bags. It's all about the reward bags, isn't it? Definitely. Okay, here we go. So, we've got an epic reward bag. So this guy gives me a book. Ooh. A looting free book. Lovely. We've got a good one. Gives me... We've got the stained glasses again. They're back. Alright, let's throw this stuff in here. I'm waiting for a real funky one soon. We've got 2 greater reward bags, which gives me some bees. Some jaded drones and jaded princesses. Nice. And another one. Gives me, hey, that's actually really helpful. Some cursed earth, a division sigil. Is this currently, yeah, it's inactive at the minute. And some blackout curtains. Wow, they're actually really good ones. And we've got a basic one. Gives me some blackberry seeds, corn seeds, and lettuce seeds. Alright, nice. Cool. So, should we go and set our quarry up? Should we do that now? Should we got enough? We've probably got enough time, haven't we? Alright, so, we're going to need a few bits. So, I've got my ender quarry. I'm going to need a buttload of fences. So, let's quickly go down and grab some fences. And have I got any? I've got wood. Good stuff. I'm going to throw this into my A system, I think. And that glass. Here we go. So, you can all go in there. And you might as well go in there as well. Cool. And should I put my buckets in there? Yeah, probably should. Alright, so we're going to want some fences. It's going to be a thing. Let's turn NEI back on. Alright, there we go. So yeah, we're going to want a load of fences. So let's just make a buttload of these. That's going to do the trick. Cool beans. Alright, so let's go to the Nether. It's going to probably be a good place to set all of this up. And then we'll probably just do one that's like the size of a chunk, maybe. And we've got to be careful when digging, remember, because we don't want to get caught by silverfish. That could very much suck. And there is a ghast outside my front door. Oh my god, it's an evil bat. Is it dead? It's dead. Alright, cool. So we're going to set one up here. We're trying to do it as close to home as we can. So, let's... got a button. Let's take our fences and decide where this is going to be. So we're probably going to start it here. That's going to be a thing. So if we have that guy there, we'll put this there. And we're going to want to go... Let's go with a... You know, we'll just start small and see how it goes. And then we'll change it up. So I'm going to start with like a 30 by 30, I think. So that's 1, 2, 3... Alright, cool. So I'm almost there. I have been attacked by so many silverfish. It's unreal trying to dig this place out. And they're so scary. Every single one of them hurts real bad. But there we go. So we're almost done. We just need to lay down the first couple. So it's just going to be a little 30 by 30. And then we'll change it up if we need to. So, and you can see on the map, there's loads of little red dots. And they're all silverfish running around wanting to get me. Cool beans. So let's grab my ender quarry. And we'll pop this guy here. And if we click on it, so analyzing bounce boundary, successfully stabilized boundary, and we're looking good. So we're all set and ready to go. So we're going to want a way to get our items back, all of that funky stuff. So let's have a look at my bag, see what I got. So I'm going to want one for power, which is going to sit on top. So this one can be energy. There we go. Ba-bam, ba-bam. And we want this on receive. So it's got the power it needs. There we go. You can see the ender quarry is good to go. And the other thing that we're going to want is probably going to be the items, isn't it? That's going to be pretty handy. Or we could just throw down a chest. Nah, we'll get the items to come back. Yeah, we'll get the items to come back. So let's pop that guy there. And we'll set this guy as quarry items. And let's put this on channel 5. There we go. Alright. And we'll have this as item receive. Or send. There we go. Item send. Cool beans. So our quarry is set up and ready to go. It just needs somewhere to place its items. And then it's going to be all set. So let's go back. I'm going to make myself another tesseract very quickly. And I'm excited to get this going. We should have a load of funky bits and bobs coming in. Cool. Alright, so let's get this all put down and put together. So we're going to lay down a reinforced strongbox. I've got a spare one. And we'll use our tesseract. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this as quarry items. So we'll select that one, and we'll have it as item mode receive. There we go, and bam, look, you can see all the netherrack going in. Lovely jubbly. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have an import and an export, and I'm going to have a nullifier hooked up to some other bits and bobs. So we want a precision import bus, but let's sort this out first. So first thing we're going to want is a nullifier, and we're probably going to pop this guy, like, here. That's going to be a thing. And let's move this one. There we go. Let's just put this, I don't know, like there. Yeah, that would do the trick. Actually, should we move this along one? Probably should. Otherwise, that's going to be on top of our elevator. All right. So we'll pop this guy here like that, and let's have the back as a input. Oh no. Let's go with that one. Nope. How about that one? Yeah. Cool. So let's grab our item ducts. There we go. And what we're going to do is we're just going to have it pull out all the rubbish that we really don't need. Because you're going to get a load. That's just a thing. So let's do that. Let's grab a pneumatic servo. Cool beans. And we'll pop that there. And then we'll change this around for all the stuff that we don't need. So netherrack is one thing that we just definitely don't need. So that can go into our servo. There we go. So whitelist. Let's put netherrack in there. We definitely don't need that. So that can get pulled out. And let's set that like that. And we should find it starts pulling out all the netherrack. And that goes into our nullifier. And gets deleted from all existence. Lovely jubbly. And then here we're going to have an import bus. So let's have a precision import bus. There. And with this import bus, we're going to tell it what it can have. So nether lapis is a good one. So that can go in there. That can get taken into our system. Never sulfur. I'm going to want that stuff. So let's put that in there. And the last thing I want is for my system to get clogged up with loads of rubbish. Never quartz is a good one. So you can go in there. Lovely jubbly. And you'll see that all the other rubbish is then being pulled out into here. And if we have a look in here, we should find a little bit of netherrack. Snuck through the gates. There we go. Let's get rid of all of that. That can all go in there. Cool. And hopefully, yeah, there we go. No more netherrack. Good stuff. See if we've got anything else as well. What have we got? We've got some gravel. Do I want gravel? Probably not. Don't really want gravel, so that can be taken out of there as well. That can go into this guy. There we go. Salt sand. Cool. Alright, so there we go. Quarry is all up and running. Lovely jubbly. Now, the one thing that, if we take my walk book and go to the Nether, a cool thing with these, if you've never played with the Ender Quarries before, is they're really good at reducing lag. So, how these guys, oh my Jesus, it exploded. we've had an explosion. Is it still going? 2.6, 2.63, 2.6. It's still doing its thing. It just needs the fences there, I guess, to analyze all of it. I guess it doesn't matter if the fences break after that. Wow, that's a thing. Well, there you go. So yeah, what this guy's going to do is it's going to load, as far as chunk loading it goes, it's only going to chunk load itself, so the chunk that's in and the chunk that's mining. And how it works is it goes down, so you can see over there these little purple, these little purple guys, and I think they're coming out of this one? No, they're coming out of this one. There you go. You can see all the purple bits coming up into the sky. What it does is it goes vertically down, removes all of the stuff that it mines, and then replaces it with dirt. So it's a good way of making a nice little area in the Nether, I guess, if you want loads of trees and whatnot. But there you go. So, oh, and we see it's just moved on to the next one. So it's going to go and mine all of that out, do the whole 30 by 30 that I asked, but it's only going to mine out each chunk at a time, which is brilliant. So awesome for lag, awesome for all that good stuff. Another great thing with these guys as well is that if the power stops, they're not going to spurt items out everywhere. Like a original Buildcraft Quarry. Remember those guys when you used to run out of storage and it would start spitting it all over the place? They don't do that. It will just stop and it won't spit anything out, but it will still use up power, so that's a thing. And obviously it's quite handy that you can right click and it tells you how far it's got. So that's going to go through, do all of its stuff, and hopefully we should be able to get enough ores and whatnot that we can stop the all of the grinding and sifting upstairs, because we probably aren't going to need that anymore. Let's have a look. Oh, never copper. That's another one I'm going to want definitely going into my system. There we go. Cool. Alright guys, well there's that for this episode. We're getting loads of power, we're looking good, we're making 1.4 thousand RF per tick, which is brilliant. We're going to start getting our cyanide, which is even better, so that is going in there as well. Our cyanite, so we can start making our plutonium for our bigger reactors, and we've got our quarry up and running for all the materials, so I am fairly happy. Alright guys, I'll see you soon for another episode. Have yourself a great day, have a good one as always, and goodbye.